As a baby, Dylan was one of two.
Baby's Dylan and Hunley. My name is Gabriel. I am 7 years old, and I am Dylan's twin brother.
They were born in July of 2011, and Dylan was almost born with a smile on his face.
Whether it was in his big wheel or learning to walk in his little mobile, he's very active and just full of energy.
At 3 years old, we had kept them in cribs for that exact reason, to slow them down somewhat and to alert us to them getting up. Dylan had started limping, and I guess it was a few weeks after his 3rd birthday. He had assumed that he had jumped out of the crib and twisted his ankle. After a day or two of limping, we decided to go ahead and take him to the doctor and make sure that nothing was going on. The nurse practitioner checked over Gabriel. He looked healthy. Then she went to look at Dylan, who was still just sitting in my lap. Noticed that, things were obviously off. He had this huge dark mass in the back of his mouth. She went and got the regular doctor to come in, and the doctor told us that he looked like he had leukemia. The ER at Sutter was waiting for us, and that we needed to go immediately.
A lot of doctors talking to us, telling things, about our son that really didn't believe that it was happening. A lot of it was going over our heads.
One of the doctors at Sutter came in and told us how this all works, and that he would be going in for a bone marrow biopsy the next day. It was a lot to take in. They let us know that Dylan had B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I gave our nurse a hug because I knew that of all the variations of leukemia that were out there, that was the one that was going to have the best survival rate. I was so happy to know that Dylan had a really good chance.
Luckily, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they got right to work and gave Dylan the treatment that was needed.
He did respond really well to chemo in the first month, and that was the track he ended up staying on for the next few years.
I had to get a pokey at my treasure chest. I don't know why they call it my treasure chest for one reason. It was just a big bump on my chest. The medicine was supposed to make me feel better. Later,
when some of the effects of the chemotherapy started to set in, and Dylan did begin to lose his hair, he took it in stride. I couldn't go to school because I was just sick, and I had no hair too. It didn't bother me.
Dylan's doing great now. He has been off treatment now for 1 year and 2 months. He is still the happiest kid I know. He is so resilient. He's amazing.
Now I feel better. Now I can play with my brothers.
They're 3 peas in a pod. They're all very active with each other and their cousins, and they're just 3 handfuls.
Thank you, LLS, for making me the Boy of the Year, and thank you for raising money for other kids who have cancer.
We would like to say thank you to the men, women, and students involved in this campaign, raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Thank you, LLS, for making my brother healthy.